The recent Coachella footage of Justin Bieber has sparked widespread concern among fans and reignited speculation about the alleged role of his wife Hailey Bieber in his struggles. This incident has added to a series of developments in the singer's personal life, both positive and potentially negative, marked by cryptic social media posts, strained relationships, and emotional turmoil. The leaked photos and videos from the music festival show Justin Bieber walking around wearing his usual style, that is clothing that is loose, it is big, it is not form-fitting, you get the picture. The only difference is that this time he did get a bit more brave, at least in comparison to his last few public outings, aka the times he was just walking down the street. This time, Bieber's boxers were on full display. His pants were hanging low in the way that had people in a tizzy a few years ago when it was a trend for boys to wear pants half off like that, but they do say that fashion trends go in a circle because Bieber is bringing that look back. He paired the look with a white pullover, red cap, and sunnies. What I will say that I'm kind of obsessed with is his pants are hanging really low in some photos and videos, right? But it also looks like he's wearing a belt. Like, it's just so camp. Like, why belt? Belts hold up pants, and that's clearly not the case here. I don't know. I feel like he might be onto something with this fashion. I mean, in his defense, Coachella is just full of people in fashionable outfits with minimal coverage, so he's honestly on trend. I think he also might be wearing a second pair of pants under his first pair of pants, but please don't quote me on that. Regardless, people don't love the half-off look, and were quick to voice their concerns about the singer and blame his wife. Of course, Hailey Bieber is, you guessed it, Justin Bieber's wife. She is a model, influencer, business owner, and constantly under fire on social media. Usually because of her husband or her husband's ex, Selena Gomez. Those three have not been able to escape each other. Either Hailey's getting attacked for shading Selena, Selena's getting attacked for copying Hailey, Justin's getting accused of not being over Selena. It's the love triangle mess that never seems to go away, despite all parties saying that there are no bad feelings, and also they're all married or engaged. Still, the drama persists. Regarding its first-class ticket to Coachella this year, most of the drama is literally just surrounding fan concerns for the baby hitmaker and his half-off pants. Videos of him stumbling around the festival have gone viral online. However, it is worth noting that the stumbling might not be because Bieber is like inebriated or anything like that, and instead just because of those pants. Of course, when it came time for the actual concert he was attending, Bieber did look like he was enjoying himself. People are bringing Hailey's name into the mix though, some even blaming her for Justin's recent behavior, saying she isn't like supportive enough or whatever. She does always look very put together in comparison to Justin. It's even sparked a funny couple's Halloween costume, get glam girlfriend and chill boyfriend, but yeah. When she is at one level, fashion-wise, and he doesn't always meet her there, it can look a little bit weird. But what's she supposed to do about that? Lay out his clothes in the morning? Dress him? The adult man? If these are the clothes he's comfortable in, then he should wear them. The poor guy's been through enough in Hollywood as it is. He probably did have people laying out his fashion for him for a long time, so he's in his experimental era now. However, some Reddit users have a different, unique outlook on the situation. Pretty Bun Bun on Reddit has suggested that Justin has been acting out so much lately in the past few months because Hailey used to mother him, and now that they have a baby and she is a mother, she can't pay attention to Justin as much. Not that they are suggesting that there's no underlying mental health issues, because we don't know if there are, and we also don't want to say that there aren't, but where Hailey might have been lending extra support or a shoulder to cry on, she probably just can't anymore now that they have a brand new member of the family. Unfortunately, Coachella is not an isolated incident. Bieber has been behaving kind of erratically over the past few months, making odd posts on social media, stepping out in fits that people just disapprove of. Then there was the altercation with some paparazzi right before Coachella started. As Justin was walking to a coffee shop, there were paparazzi waiting outside, which isn't abnormal, but Justin really didn't want to see them that day. He flipped the script and got in their space. He scolded them for not caring about human beings and only caring about the money. The altercation, it was pretty short because once Justin seemed to realize that even though he was telling them to leave, they weren't gonna go anywhere. This comes after a string of posts from Bieber about how he hasn't been feeling amazing right now and is working through some things, including anger issues. Some fans are suggesting that Justin's erratic behavior as of late has ties to a past relationship with Selena Gomez. They claim that Justin is still hung up on Gomez, and seeing her so happy with her fiancé, Benny Blanco, celebrating their engagement is causing the singer to spiral. A Reddit user reposted some of Bieber's recent stories that fans have considered proof that Bieber is crashing out due to Selena's engagement, one being a video of Gollum from Lord of the Rings with the ring that he so loves, the caption on the post reading, "Girls on social media when they get engaged." Now, even people that have been fighting to say that Justin isn't trying to shade his ex 24/7 are a bit caught on that one. Selena and fiancé Benny Blanco just released a song together at the end of March called "How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten?" Features lyrics like, "Look at you, just look at you now, you're so embarrassing. How does it feel to be forgotten? I hope one day you heal." And and fans are pretty convinced that she is talking about Justin Bieber. They wonder if Selena's track is the reason that Justin has been interesting on the internet lately, posting cryptic photos and statements, one being a photo of him with a caption about wanting to work on his anger issues and wanting to grow. Of course, Bieber has been posting similar content and behaving erratically online for the past few months. Speculation about Justin and Hailey's marriage intensified after reports emerged that Justin unfollowed Hailey on Instagram back in January, a move that he later claimed was accidental. Someone apparently hacked his account. Fans also noticed Hailey's cryptic social media posts and her apparent absence during key moments in Justin's life. These incidents have fueled rumors of marital discord, with some fans suggesting that Hailey's presence may exacerbate Justin's struggles rather than alleviate them. Recently, Justin went live on Instagram, and fans noticed that after that he briefly deactivated his account and his wife, Hailey Bieber, unfollowed him. Of course, everyone freaked out about the latter thing, especially after what happened at the beginning of the year. Hailey was quick to reassure people that this was just another fluke of the Instagram app. She refollowed him in the end, and it was revealed that it was probably just because he deactivated his account that it took so long to get everything back in order. Hailey has publicly addressed the accusations surrounding her marriage many times, expressing frustration over the constant negative attention on the relationship. She revealed that people have doubted their happiness since day one and admitted that such criticism continues to hurt her deeply. However, her statements have done little to quell public speculation about their marriage. Beyond his marriage, Justin Bieber's career and personal relationships have undergone a pretty significant upheaval. He recently cut ties with his longtime manager, Scooter Braun, and distanced himself from several close friends and mentors, raising questions about his stability and decision-making during this period. While some fans blame Hailey for exacerbating Justin's issues, others argue that she is being unfairly targeted. Hailey has consistently defended their relationship against public criticism and emphasized her commitment to supporting Justin through difficult times. However, reports of tension between the couple persists. Observers have noticed signs of physical and emotional distance during public appearances, as well as conflicting narratives about their happiness. For instance, while Hailey insists they are content together, rumors of divorce continue to circulate online. Social media platforms like TikTok have become hotbeds for fan theories and debates about the couple's future. Videos analyzing their interactions often go viral, reflecting intense public interest in their private relationship dynamics. While some users advocate for compassion towards both parties, others call for Hailey to leave Justin if their marriage is causing harm. Justin Bieber's recent meltdown highlights the complex interplay between fame, personal relationships, and mental health. While leaked footage has raised alarms about his well-being, it also underscores the challenges he faces in navigating life under constant scrutiny. Hailey Bieber remains a central figure in this narrative, either as a source of support or as a scapegoat for fan frustrations. As rumors swirl about their marriage and individual struggles they persist, it remains unclear how Justin and Hailey will address these challenges moving forward, but for now, fans continue to watch very closely.
Justin Bieber got kicked out of Coachella. This will be etched in the memories of music fans for years to come. Justin Bieber, who was just 21 years old at the time, had been attending the festival with his then girlfriend Hailey Baldwin. Bieber attempted to watch a performance by his friend and Six God Drake from the artist VIP area. According to reports, Bieber had not been given the proper credentials to access the VIP area, and when he tried to enter, he was stopped by security. What happened next is somewhat disputed, but it's reported that Bieber became belligerent and argumentative with the security guards, refusing to leave the area. The situation allegedly escalated to the point where Bieber was physically removed from the festival grounds by security personnel. A video of him getting thrown out started circulating, and people couldn't get enough of it. The incident was widely reported in the media, with many outlets publishing photos and videos of Bieber being escorted out of the festival. He was literally put into a chokehold before getting thrown into, the curb. Not even an army of believers could protect Justin from it. Bieber told the guards that he had been personally invited to the show by Drake, a fellow Canadian, and got into an argument with the Coachella staff. Sources told the gossip site that Coachella security put Bieber in that chokehold during the argument in order to get him out. Anyway, the Coachella incident sparked a heated debate among fans and critics, with some defending Bieber's behavior as, a justified response to overly aggressive security, while others condemned his actions as entitled and disrespectful. In the aftermath of the incident, Bieber took to social media to apologize for his behavior, saying he had, let his emotions get the best of him and promised to just do better in the future. The incident marked a turning point in Bieber's career as he began to transform from his teenage heartthrob image to a more mature and introspective artist. In the years since, Bieber has spoken spoken publicly about his struggles with fame, mental health, and substance dependency issues, and has used his platform to advocate for social justice and awareness. Justin Bieber got kicked out of a Miami Beach nightclub in 2014. Justin Bieber was involved in an incident at a Miami Beach nightclub called Live Nightclub. Live Nightclub is a popular nightlife destination in Miami Beach known for its high-end atmosphere and celebrity clientele. On the night of January 23rd, Bieber was in town for a concert and decided to visit the club with his entourage. According to eyewitnesses, Bieber and his group arrived at the club around 2 a.m. and were escorted to a VIP table. However, things quickly took a turn. Bieber allegedly became belligerent and started arguing with the club's staff and security. The exact details of the dispute are kind of unclear, but it's reported and alleged that Bieber was presented with a $10,000 tab for his group's drinks and bottle service. Bieber allegedly refused to pay the bill, claiming that he had already paid for the drinks and that the club was trying to kind of rip him off. Ew, it's kind of giving broke. But no, for real, if I ever rack up a $10,000 tab at a bar or a club, call the police on me and send me to AA. The situation escalated when Bieber's entourage got into a confrontation with the club's security personnel. Witnesses described the scenes as chaotic, with Bieber's friends and bodyguards basically pushing and shoving the security guards. Eventually, the club's management had had enough and decided to kick Bieber to the curb and out of the club. Now, legend has it that someone asked, so like, how are you gonna hate from outside of the club when you can't even get in? Anyway, witnesses reported that Bieber was visibly intoxicated, stumbled out of the club surrounded by his friends and bodyguards. The incident made headlines the next day, and many outlets reporting on Bieber's behavior. The club's management later released a statement saying that Bieber had been kicked out for just being unruly and disrespectful to the staff and other patrons. The incident was just one of several controversies that Bieber was involved in during 2014. The incident led to widespread criticism, with many fans and critics just expressing concerns about his well-being and maturity. Justin Bieber got kicked out of a Paris hotel in 2013. On December 17, 2013, Justin Bieber was involved in an incident at a very luxurious Le Royal Maison Raffles hotel in Paris, France. Le Royal Maison Raffles, if I'm pronouncing that right, is a 5-star hotel located in the heart of Paris. Bieber was staying at the hotel while on tour in Europe, and according to some sources, Bieber and his entourage arrived at the hotel around 3 a.m. after a night out in the city. However, things went sideways when Bieber allegedly became confrontational and started arguing with the hotel staff and security personnel. The exact details of the incident are slightly unclear, but it's alleged that Bieber was given a warning by hotel staff about the noise level coming from his room. Bieber allegedly refused to comply and continued to make noise, prompting the staff to call security. Witnesses described the incident as loud, scary, and threatening, with Bieber's friends and bodyguards getting a little too handsy with the staff. Eventually, the hotel's management had just had enough, decided to kick Bieber and his entourage out of the hotel. Now, witnesses reported that Bieber was visibly upset and stormed out of the hotel surrounded by his friends and bodyguards. The incident made headlines the next day, of course, with many outlets reporting on Bieber's, horrible behavior. The hotel's management later released a statement just saying that Bieber had been kicked out for being rude, distasteful, and hostile towards the staff and crew there. This whole story is a little disputed though, because some claims are that Bieber didn't get kicked out, and instead he actually left on his own account because they were lacking security there. Apparently hundreds of fans gathered outside and inside the lobby of the hotel, and the hotel wasn't prepared for that, which is kind of weird because like in 2013, Bieber was basically like, he was it. He was the superstar. You would think they would have been over prepared. Anyway, according to this account, guests were super unhappy that there was so much noise coming from fans. Allegedly, Bieber even encouraged the fans. A source said there were kids everywhere screaming and shouting, and the other guests just didn't like it. I mean, this particular hotel apparently has hosted a lot of big names, including the likes of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, and even the royal family. So again, why were they not prepared? Justin Bieber got kicked out of a Rio de Janeiro nightclub in 2013. Bieber was in there for a concert, basically as part of his Believe tour. After the show, he decided to visit a local nightclub called Centauros. According to eyewitnesses, Bieber arrived at the club around 2 a.m. and was escorted to the VIP area. Bieber allegedly became involved in an altercation with a photographer who was trying to take his picture. Of course, it's alleged that Bieber became agitated when the photographer refused to stop taking his picture. Bieber allegedly then punched the photographer in the face, causing a scene, and the situation escalated when the club's security personnel intervened to try and break up the fight. Bieber allegedly resisted and became combative with the guards. Now, eventually, Bieber just got kicked out. Witnesses reported that Bieber was visibly obviously upset and just stormed out of the club, kind of yapping on his way out. The incident made headlines the very next day, with many outlets reporting on Bieber's brawl. Now, at first it was suspected that this club was actually a brothel, and Bieber was seen leaving with 2 females when he got kicked out, but it was later revealed that it's not a brothel, and more of an old-fashioned gentleman's club, which kind of sounds the same. Their words, not mine, okay? So 2013 was just a wild time for young Bieber. Last up, Justin Bieber was kicked out of a New York City nightclub on November 4th, 2012. Justin Bieber was involved in an incident at a nightclub in New York City. Bieber was 18 years old at the time and was visiting New York basically for a concert. After the show, he decided to visit a nightclub called Lavo. According to sources that were there, Bieber arrived at the club around 1 a.m. and was escorted to the VIP area. Bieber allegedly became involved in an altercation with a club goer who was just trying to take his photo. It's reported that Bieber became annoyed when the club goer refused to stop taking his picture. Bieber allegedly pushed the club goer, causing a huge scene, of course, and this situation escalated when the club security intervened to try and break up the fight. Bieber allegedly resisted and became very combative with the security guards. Eventually, he was just told to leave and basically was kicked out of the club. Again, the incident made headlines the next day, of course. This was just another moment in that year where it had everyone talking about just how immature Justin was. But I mean, he was very young, so can we really blame him? Justin's, a full-blown adult now, so hopefully we don't see headlines like this for 2025, but what do you guys think? Is he due for a public kickout or meltdown? Will he stay low-key this year? Let me know.
Justin Bieber is posting on Instagram, and it's making people nervous. The pop star has been using his social media a lot lately, posting what can be described as cryptic messages. One of his most recent came from just a few days ago on Saturday, March 22nd. It was a video of Bieber jamming out with a few musicians. As the camera panned around the room, it looked like everyone was having a good time creating music together. The actual video wasn't what had fans concerned, of course, it was the caption that went along with it. It read, "I think I hate myself sometimes when I feel myself start to become inauthentic. Then I remember we're all being made to think we're not enough, but I still hate when I change myself to please people." Some necessary context to go along with this. People have been worried about Bieber, well, forever, but it's kicked up again in recent months after the star has been spotted out looking, well, just like worn down, as some people would say. Of course, there's a number of reasons why that could be happening. I mean, he's got a new mini human at home being the most normal, but of course the internet is the internet, and the most logical answer is not always the one people focus on. Popular theories as to why the star might be feeling down, or I guess in his words, inauthentic, right now include issues with Hailey Bieber, a Diddy related thing, or just in general people speculating about his mental health. So yeah, the usual for 2025. Yes, starting off with Hailey Bieber, who you either know or have correctly guessed to be Justin's wife. People are very against this couple, and the reason changes with the season. At first, a lot of people were still Team Jelena, aka they wanted Justin to stay with ex Selena Gomez. Then it morphed into just not liking Hailey Bieber as a person, but today it is because a lot of people believe that Hailey is too obsessed with Selena and stalked Justin. And also Selena, depending on which internet theory thread you are reading online. Basically, people found old tweets from Hailey that showed that the woman was a huge fan of both singers growing up. She was even a huge Jelena fan. Pretty soon, deep dives and full-on investigations into this started popping up online. A Justin Bieber fan who was known by Beliebers to be like the Justin Bieber source came forward to share that she'd allegedly received messages from Hailey Bieber in the past, asking which hotels Justin was staying at so that she could stay there too. Hailey has also been accused of using her father's fame to arrange for her and Justin to meet a few times. When they were dating, Hailey sat down for an interview with Jimmy Fallon where she claimed that she wasn't a Bieber originally. Obviously, people didn't like this and started finding all the times that she was present at Justin's shows and things like that. And then as for the Selena drama, that has also ramped up again recently. Hailey Bieber has been accused many times over the years of copying Justin's ex. There are entire social media accounts dedicated to capturing every time Bieber copies her, and actually vice versa too. In a more recent incident, Hailey allegedly liked a video that was poking fun at Selena and her fiance, Benny Blanco. The person who made the video shared screenshots of Hailey's like, however, she deleted them later on, right around when articles started popping up that Hailey was allegedly seeking legal action against those that are attacking her online, but it's unclear if those two things are actually linked. Now though, many of Justin's posts on social media are full of comments about how Justin's wife is a stalker and obsessed with his ex and how embarrassing that is. People are commenting about how bad they feel for Justin marrying Hailey and now being tied to an alleged stalker for life. Just making a lot of claims in those Instagram comment sections. There's a lot coming at this couple right now. So we have the claims that Justin's wife is a stalker, then we have people speculating that Justin has been using substances, something he has said he struggled with in the past. Photos of Justin looking a bit tired while out have gone viral over the past few months. People have been commenting that Justin must look this way because he's been using them. A rep for the family has denied these claims and said that they are harmful narratives. An earlier post from Justin featured the star letting fans into his brain a little bit by sharing that he feels unequipped and unqualified most days, but overall it seems that the star is wanting to focus on his music and his family, with a March 8th post featuring the line, "Nothing is owed to us and we don't owe anyone anything." But Diddy and Justin Bieber, they do have a history together, as do most people in the entertainment industry, because Diddy left no stone unturned when it came to fame. But Justin's friendship, though that's probably not the right word for it, his work friendship with Diddy started a lot younger than most stars, because Justin's music career started younger than most people. He was like, what, a tween when he shot to international fame? That's like mini pop kids age, not headlining act age. And yet he took over the world. Bieber fever was an international epidemic and no one wanted a cure for it. Even Hollywood wasn't immune. Everyone wanted a piece of the young star because a photo with Bieber was good press, no matter which way you look at it. Diddy was one of the first major stars to catch on to this. It helped that his own protege, Usher, was one of the people that already knew Bieber because he actually helped him get signed. Bieber was a fan of Diddy's before they met though. He even asked his fans to help get the disgraced rapper's attention, and long story short, it worked. Diddy invited Bieber to hang out with him for 48 hours. At least, that's the story a video from way back in Bieber's YouTube account tells. The video is literally titled Justin Bieber's 48 Hours with Diddy. In the video, we see that Bieber and Diddy are walking around Diddy's property, and pretty soon it turns into like a mini interview about everything the pair are going to get up to over the 48 hours. At the time of release, which is November 2009, this was a really cool thing. All people knew about Diddy was that he was the king of parties and widely liked. Plus, he had been Usher's legal guardian before, so why would anyone have a reason to worry? At the time, Diddy said their upcoming time together would be a teen's dream and crazy. In the year of our Lord 2025, we know now that's not words you want Diddy saying next to a young person, considering what the man has been accused of. Later videos of Diddy and Bieber together include one from 2010, posted to Diddy's YouTube, in which the rapper gets on Bieber's case for not calling him as much or hanging out with him. I wish I was lying, but I am not. The comment section for the video is, first of all, shockingly on, and secondly, full of comments about how nervous Bieber looks. The same can be said of a later interview Bieber and Diddy did in 2011 for Jimmy Kimmel Live. Kimmel asked the pair about something from the OG 48 Hours with Diddy thing, and the conversation ended with Diddy seemingly, hopefully, jokingly, saying he knows better than to be talking about the things he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Some things ain't for everybody. Really hoping that people are wrong with what they speculate, that something untoward happened either to or around Justin when he was with Diddy. One Reddit user is adamant that nothing did happen. They compiled a bunch of receipts to prove that Bieber never did spend 48 hours with Diddy and it was all promotion or just something like that. They allege that Justin simply went over to Diddy's house that day to film the short video of them together and then probably showed Diddy the song that he produced for him and then left after that. They also allege that they met almost a week before the video was even posted on October 31st, aka Halloween. Using the outfit Justin was wearing in the video, the Reddit user tied Justin to a series of other events that, according to this person, actually took place that day. The timeline essentially going: a Levi's event in the morning, Diddy's house in the afternoon, a radio interview in the evening, and then because it was Halloween, he went trick-or-treating with his friends and then back to one of his friends' houses for a party at night. A tweet from Bieber on the 1st implies that he was always going to fly out that day for a Vancouver show, but due to illness, he wouldn't be able to. It's definitely an interesting theory and definitely better than what people were speculating about before. Of course, even if nothing happened with Diddy, Justin has been failed by other adults in Hollywood, and that's not even speculation, it's been caught on camera. In general, there's lots of videos of a not legal Bieber being asked really invasive questions about his romantic and personal life, but there's also a lot of videos of adults touching Bieber in a way that crosses a boundary. Bieber was 18 when he had his behind grabbed by Katy Perry, about 28, backstage at a concert. The same year, Jenny McCarthy, about 40, did the same thing at an award show, but also went a step further, kissing the boy's neck. Justin's speech that night kicked off with, "Wow, I feel violated right now." At the time, of course, people who thought this was weird behavior were the minority, but now the reverse is true, thank goodness. Fans of Bieber are worried that any possible past trauma from the industry has been impacting him in recent months, and that might be why he is posting all these odd things. There was a lot of speculation that Bieber's song Yummy and its corresponding music video were leaving hints about this sort of thing and the lasting effects. People are wondering if, in the event that Diddy was a negative experience for Justin, if his upcoming trial is causing any emotional turmoil in the star.
We all know that Hailey and Justin's relationship has been a whirlwind between everything that's happened with Selena Gomez, the cheating rumors, and now their baby. Recently, Justin has been spotted out and about, and he does not look good. Now, this has been the second time he's been spotted out looking down, while there have been rumors swirling about his 6-year marriage to Hailey. Now, apparently, Hailey has called him out on this unacceptable behavior. You see, Hailey was seen leaving a restaurant alone around 4:30 p.m., while Justin, without his wife, arrived with a group of friends just half-hour later and was seen leaving solo at 6:40 p.m., which is honestly just weird. Sources close to the couple revealed that Justin's wary look may be the result of him becoming borderline reclusive, struggling with the pressures of large crowds and the constant spotlight after years in the public eye. Justin has been struggling for the last couple of years, and a significant part of that is down to his worry about being in certain public situations, a source said. He's built up a deep fear of being out in spaces with lots of people and has a deep-seated worry about large crowds. That is one of the reasons why he's not done any touring for a while. Now, Justin is focused on trying to heal and get better by staying away from too many outings, away from his homes, where he'd have to mix with strangers, and that in turn has made him borderline reclusive at times, they said. But sources have told DailyMail.com that Hailey's friends are growing increasingly concerned about Justin's unacceptable behavior, with some reportedly urging her to leave the musician. Hailey's been struggling with Justin almost since the start of the marriage, the insider said last week. She loves him madly, but he's a loose cannon. Some of her friends have advised her to go it alone and leave him, the source shared. His behavior is sometimes unacceptable, she's put up with a lot. The insider said Hailey and those close to her were hopeful that he would change after the arrival of their first child, son Jack Blues Bieber, in August 2024, but despite being there for her, little has changed. When the baby was born, he was there for her and she thought being a father would change him for the better, but it hasn't stuck, they added. Then there was also the fact that Justin unfollowed Hailey on Instagram. Now, people went crazy thinking that they finally ended things, but hours later Justin came back online to set the record straight. He shared an Instagram story where he said that someone managed to gain access to his account and unfollow Hailey. "Someone went on my account and unfollowed my wife," he wrote over a white background. "Shh, it's getting sus out here." But then, hours later, the Instagram story was deleted. Now, this isn't the first time that people have questioned their relationship, as over the years, more and more people have thought they've had their issues and that they were going to split. I mean, Justin and Hailey tied the knot in 2018, but speculation arose by Hailey's father, Stephen Baldwin, who posted about special challenges the couple were facing in a since-deleted Instagram post in February 2024. He asked for a little prayer for them to have wisdom, protection, and draw close to the Lord. Afterwards, a source told TMZ that Hailey was upset with her father over the comment, and Justin actually doesn't even follow his father-in-law on social media anymore. Then in April of 2024, people were convinced that the couple divorced in private as they were not seen together Easter weekend, and there was a lot of blind items going around on TikTok about the couple. I mean, they haven't had the best couple of years. Yes, they did welcome their son Jack Blues last year, but it didn't seem to fix their marriage. If anything, it seems to have made it worse. Now, Justin Bieber seems to have been in a poor headspace since last year when his former mentor and friend Diddy was arrested. Now, Diddy had been accused of running a crime ring that took advantage of and mistreated many people. Now, some people have speculated that Justin might have been one of his victims as they spent so much time together when he was younger. American singer Jaguar Wright revealed that Diddy had been trying to gain control over Justin, but struggled until Usher stepped in, took over management, and then ultimately handed Justin over to Diddy for 48 hours. Now, what really happened during those 48 hours, no one really knows, but a resurfaced video between Diddy and Justin has been circulating online and it's raising some eyebrows. In the video, they're at the studio together and Diddy confronts Justin about not responding to his messages or communicating as much anymore. Diddy says, "Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out." Now, Justin, who was young at the time, stuttered, saying, "I mean, you tried to get in contact with me through all my projects and whatnot, but you never got my number." He then felt so pressured that he actually gave Diddy his personal phone number. Social media users were then raising red flags, with one person tweeting, "This is a creepy video," while another one said, "Justin seems nervous around him." Although Justin himself hasn't made a statement about Diddy's arrest, multiple sources close to him have spoken to the press about his current state. According to a US Weekly source, Justin felt disgusted by the accusations against his former mentor. They added that Justin was advised to stay as far away as possible from anything and everything related to the now incarcerated rapper and producer. Now, another source for the same publication added that he's in a hard place mentally right now as he struggles to come to terms with the allegations against Diddy. The bond he shared with Diddy makes the accusations against him particularly tough to stomach, the source outlined. Then, according to Daily Mail sources, Justin felt isolated dealing with the revelations about Diddy and was sailing the waters alone. He apparently feels like there's no one who would understand his situation. As family members are concerned about Justin, it's unclear whether Diddy would have taken advantage of Justin at the time, as his family was nearby and his manager Scooter Braun really did care about him, they said. The last thing Justin wants to do is relive or even discuss his complicated friendship with Diddy, the source shared. But he's finally breaking his silence to his friends about his nightmare experience and the private hell it caused him. Now, this could be another reason why he's not doing too well and that Hailey is concerned for him. Now, a video of Diddy and Justin reuniting in 2021 has gone viral and it has people questioning if Diddy thought that Justin was working with the feds. In the video, it shows Diddy getting out of a car and approaching Justin, giving him a hug before patting him down on his chest and torso a few times. Now, the video was posted in 2021 by Justin himself on Instagram, and the Daily Mail then reshared the video with the title, "Disturbing Video of Diddy with Justin Bieber." The accompanying caption read, "A resurfaced video of Diddy and Justin Bieber hugging has sparked speculation that Diddy was checking to see if the pop star was wearing a wire." Now, the fact that Diddy thought he was wearing a wire makes me believe that he knew he was doing something bad and that the police were onto him. But I mean, why wasn't this a bigger red flag at the time? Fans are now seeing this video in a new light due to the Diddy allegations, and one fan commented, "The body language says it all, from smiling to a frown in 2 seconds. JB shakes his head like, no, I'm not wearing a wire." Now, many fans are encouraging Justin to tell his story, but only if he's comfortable. With Justin dealing with all of that, it's no shock that he's struggling in his marriage. And I'm sure that Hailey wants to help and be there for him, but if Justin doesn't open up and be honest with her, there's not much she can do, which contributes to the breakdown of their relationship.
Justin Bieber's latest crash out online has not only fans concerned, but his wife Hailey also. Is this all over Selena Gomez, or is there more to the story? Let's dig in. Justin Bieber, went and took to Instagram Live on Sunday night to presumably showcase some new music, but the whole thing was extremely weird and bizarre, leaving fans shocked and concerned. Justin is having the crash out of the century after ex-Selena Gomez's new album came out, and fans are expressing their concern for him after he appeared on live stream looking unwell and unlike himself. He also recently posted a very cryptic post on social media that said, "I really tried to play nicey nicey," which many believe, is his response to Selena's new song where she sings, "How does it feel to be forgotten?" So many believe that the post was aimed at her. Now, during his Instagram Live, he can be seen listening to beats or new music from him. Honestly, it's unclear at this point. Now, the camera is also extremely extremely close up, like right to his face. You can basically see his nose hairs. So many people went in the comments to basically say he's completely crashing out, but some people defended him, saying this is just his way of doing and creating music. This is how he gets creative. But the bulk of the comment section is just filled with a lot of, are you okay? What is going on? Are you back on shrugs? Now, the thing is, maybe he is okay. Unpopular opinion, I know, but it is possible he is. But also, it is possible he's not. One thing that's true though is that he has never been this active on social media. These last few weeks, he's been extremely on. You have to wonder why, right? You know, it is kind of giving crash out over Selena. Now, one person online said, someone keep an eye on him. This is giving Aaron Carter. With another person adding, he needs Benny Blanco more than Selena does. One user actually predicted that he will be the next Kanye West. And he was also compared several times to our girl Britney Spears. Now, it's a lot going on, and the vibe is that it won't stop anytime soon. A Selena fan actually took to his comment section to write that she's worried about Selena's wedding day. She wrote, I'm worried that on Selena's wedding day, he's going to steal her, because if he is crashing out this hard just because of an album and her and Benny's interviews, then he's going to snap on her wedding day. That comment got over 1,000 likes, so the concern is evident. People are calling for, childhood fame and what it does to people to be studied, because more times than not, we see this sort of pattern happen, and the end result, usually not good, right? Personally, I will always, I was actually always very skeptical kind of about Justin still being obsessed with Selena. Not really anymore though. A happily married man doesn't do all of this, in my opinion. Now, he will probably always be in love with Selena. Users on X are having the biggest reactions to all of this. One person wrote, why is Justin crashing out on the internet every day? I think it's more than just Selena and Benny and everything that's come out about Diddy. I think he's genuinely crying out for help while the whole world just sits and laughs at him. Another person said, I think Selena has motivated him to get back to music. He said it before, Selena motivates him. So I think with all the drama and negativity going on in the media, he's pushing for new music. Someone responded to that comment by saying, I don't think Justin ever really loved Hailey. He just settled for her because he thought Selena would be jealous. Now that she moved on, he is stuck in a relationship he probably never wanted to begin with. One theory circulating, online is that he's pretending to be insane and mentally incompetent so he doesn't have to testify at the Diddy trial. Interesting. At the end of the day, Justin Bieber's recent posts and expressions are too vague to really draw, concrete conclusions over. The whole post, I really tried to play nicey-nicey. We really don't know exactly what that means yet, but time will tell us, hopefully. Still, Justin Bieber has people in his corner no matter what, so hopefully he feels supported right now, and in a way that he could get him, on less chaotic track, hopefully. He recently hit the gym with none other than Gunna, who, which is a crossover many fans might not have expected to witness at any time. Both are huge stars these days though, so it checks out just fine. Also, Biebs has also been a big rap fan. Hailey Bieber just unfollowed Justin on Instagram. Justin Bieber had a very active day on Instagram yesterday, sharing 8 new posts and 17 Instagram stories. That's right, 17. He shared a post with his son, Jack Bieber, and an Instagram story featuring a very close-up photo of Hailey Bieber set to Sade's, Jezebel song. Now, he posted about God as well and how he really tried to play nicey-nicey, like I said, and then he also shared a story of himself preparing a J. Now, in the midst of the social media activity, Hailey made a surprising move Monday morning. The model unfollowed her husband on the platform. Now, it's unclear whether she did it by accident or on purpose. It could also be a very early April Fool's Day joke as well, because, it is March 31st, so hey. Justin still follows her on the platform. Hailey's Instagram stories contain no hint at all of her motive. They are just regrams of her business Roadskins account. Now, Daily Mail pointed out she did recently repost a TikTok where a user wrote, I'd be a terrible therapist because I'd want to see a pic of the person you're crying about, which had people raising eyebrows. Now, still, Hailey was very supportive of her husband's posting spree yesterday. She even commented a hard eyes emoji on his latest post. Hailey's move, though, comes months after Justin briefly unfollowed her in January January. Now, he claimed it was not deliberate. He refollowed her and wrote on his own Instagram story saying, "Someone went on my account and unfollowed my wife. Ish is getting sus out here." Now, days before Hailey unfollowed Justin on Instagram, Justin shared a very emotional statement on his Instagram story saying that he felt like a fraud and unqualified most days. Now, after this post, the couple were spotted meeting a pastor at a Los Angeles church. Now, that visit came, right after Justin admitted to struggling with anger issues in another Instagram post. He also revealed that he wants to grow and not react so much. And on March 21st, a source spoke about the state of, Bieber's marriage, shutting down speculation that there was trouble. The source said, "Things are fine. Hailey's working and Justin's creating music." The insider also added, "They are just doing their thing. They are not concerned what people think. They have a great life. They love being parents. They have a great marriage too." Now, on February 24th, a source also said that Hailey has made a real effort to be there for her husband as he, manages his mental health, saying Hailey is trying to be as supportive as possible. It can be hard for Hailey, but she's always there for him and is understanding. Now, Hailey actually spoke to W Magazine last July about how upsetting speculation about her and Justin's relationship has been. She revealed that she works with a therapist in order to not let the negative comments get to her. She said, "People have made me feel so bad about my relationship since day one. Oh, they're falling apart. They hate each other. They're getting divorced. It's like people don't want to believe that we're happy. I used to try to act like it hurts less and less. I've tried to think that, you get used to it at a certain point, that this is what it's going to be, And she basically said, she realizes that it doesn't actually ever hurt any less. The drama between Justin and Hailey Bieber seems to be going on forever. Amid Hailey unfollowing Justin, fans took to social media, instantly asking Justin why his wife unfollowed him. Others quickly responded saying things like, "You're right, she did. I just checked. She did. LOL, and she is done." However, other admirers of the couple pointed out that no, she didn't, adding that it appears that everyone unfollowed the singer because he deactivated the account for 7 minutes. Another person said, "No, she didn't. When someone deactivates their account, it takes a while for them to show up in someone's following." So personally, I just checked right now on Instagram like a couple minutes ago, and Hailey is still unfollowing Justin. Like, he's still not on her list. So I don't think it's a glitch, and I checked Justin's account as well, and he is following her. So she's not following him, he's following her. So let's see what transpires in the next few days, yeah? New leaked footage has surfaced and it is not looking all peaches. Justin Bieber has fans seriously concerned about him after a bizarre video of himself smoking has been released. Justin shared a video on Instagram of himself smoking while listening to music. Fans have admitted that they were growing more and more concerned about the pop star. Justin posted a minute-long video to his Instagram stories on Thursday showing himself smoking what appeared to be a J. Now, Justin smiled wide as he exhaled the smoke, moving close to the camera between several puffs. The post appeared to be a response to criticism after fans speculated about his demeanor at wife Hailey Bieber's Rhode Skin Cosmetics pop-up event a while ago. A viral video from the event showed Bieber smiling widely. Another showed him staring blankly at the camera while posing with Hailey. Fans of Justin did not take his new video well as they rushed to social media to share how disappointed they were by his behavior. One person online said, "Is this what he's doing with his life now? With a newborn?" Adding, "Hollywood broke another one." Recent snaps of Bieber showed him walking around New York City and the images went viral with many commenting on his appearance. Some questioned how healthy the singer looked, while others questioned, whether he was using hard substances. The rumors got so bad that Bieber's representatives had to step in and dismiss the narrative. Speaking to TMZ, one of his representatives said, "The recurring narrative that Justin is using hard substances is absolutely not true," adding that Bieber is actually in one of the best places in his life. They went on to say that Bieber is working on some new music while being a parent to his son Jack Blues, who he and Hailey Bieber welcomed back in August 2024. His representative also said he has had a very transformative 12 months, cutting ties with several close friends and business relationships that basically no longer served him. Now, despite these comments, after the star shared a video of him smiling and smoking what looks like maybe a cigar on his Instagram story, fans began to offer kind words on his other other photos, while also speculating about his well-being. One person commented, "He needs support and help. This is so sad, and more reason why this industry needs to be overhauled and better supportive measures put in place for artists." Another person said, "People filming themselves smoking always feels cringe AF, especially when it's Bieber doing it." A third person wrote, "What happened to my sweet Bieber? I hope he's doing fine." Bieber's representatives have also previously said what impact these rumors around his health are actually having on him. They said the rumors are exhausting and pitiful and shows that despite the obvious truth, people are committed to keeping negative, salacious, harmful narratives alive. Bieber has had to deal with health issues in the past. Revealed back in 2020 that he had been diagnosed with Lyme disease, and in 2023, the singer was forced to cancel his remainder of his world tour as a result of Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, better known as RHS, which he'd been diagnosed with. Justin Bieber puked on stage in front of fans back in 2012. Food poisoning, alcohol consumption, or nerves? I don't know. When Justin Bieber premiered his Believe tour in Glendale, Arizona, the show was fantastic, but not perfect. Unfortunately, the 18-year-old Canadian superstar at the time was feeling sick, and dare I say, Bieber had a fever. Bieber threw up on stage not once, but twice during the concert. The first was the most visual and seen by many people there. Halfway through the concert, during a dance performance of Out of Town Girl, Bieber suddenly turned around and keeled over while his dancers continued to dance and his backing track continued to play. Fans watched on as their beloved Justin got sick all over the stage before running off backstage. Now, the dancers continued through the song, and a DJ actually took over momentarily while some unfortunate person had to clean up the mess. Bieber returned to the stage with, of course, loud screams of support from his fans. He apologizes, saying, "I'm sorry, I'm gonna slow things down." He then segued into an acoustic song called Fall, and being the rock star that he is, he got on a platform on the mobile crane and soared above the crowd. But a few songs later, Bieber was sick again. At the beginning of Beauty and a Beat, a duet he was singing with Nicki Minaj, through a pre-recorded video for the performance, Bieber ran off stage again. When he returned a few minutes later, the singer explained to his concerned fans, "It's hard for me, not feeling great and throwing up in front of a bunch of people." The crowd no doubt will support Bieber through anything though. He then said, "Will you love me even though I'm throwing up on stage?" If the screams and cheers that followed were any indication, the answer was clear that yes, they would still love him. Now, after the show, Bieber tweeted a pic of him laying in bed with the caption that said, "Great show, getting better for tomorrow's show, love you, milk was a bad choice, LOL." Now, John M. Chu, which is the creative director for Bieber's tour, actually said at the time that Bieber powered through the show very impressively despite his condition. He said, "The star of the show last night was Bieber, the ultimate professional. He really impressed me with his honesty to his fans without hesitation. This guy knows his audience more than anyone." So while it may have destroyed his reputation in the moment, it didn't have any lasting effects, as we know. Justin Bieber sparked major concern as he rapped about being under the influence in a strange, new, bizarre video. "Justin, oh my, you are certainly not a baby no more." In a puzzling Instagram video that he shared to his account the other day, Bieber sang while shirtless and carrying a bag of snacks, saying, "I fly like a fly guy, I fly high like a bagpipe, I go high like a bad guy." Very weird. Bieber's video sparked mixed reactions from fans. Some praised his rap performance and called on him to return to music, while others expressed concern for his well-being. One fan wrote, "Bieber is back," with the fire emoji, and someone else said, "I'm so desperate for new music, I'll take anything at this point. This is gold right now, go Biebs." Meanwhile, one of the negative comments read, "Something is very off. This video disturbs me on so many levels, WTF." A different fan wrote, "If anyone's a true fan of Justin Bieber, you would know that there's something wrong with him. He needs help." Now, earlier this month, Bieber's rep denied rumors that the singer is on substances. Now, keep in mind, this video was posted 2 days after he fired back at people accusing him of using hard substances. So, I don't know. I would have laid very low, but he's doing a lot right now, in my opinion. Maybe he just doesn't care? Now, these recent rumblings only added to already existing rumors that he and Hailey were having relationship troubles, which surfaced actually in December and were elevated when Justin unfollowed Hailey on Instagram in January. Now, since then, the pair has addressed the online chatter time and time again. Hours after he seemingly unfollowed her, Hailey also, put suspicions to rest by including a sneaky picture of the singer taking a nap in one of her classic Instagram photo dumps. Now, 2 weeks later, they further confirmed that the relationship is going strong while stepping for a cozy New York City date night. Hailey actually told W Magazine in an interview recently that people had made her feel so bad about her relationship since day one. She said, that, oh, they're falling apart, they hate each other, they're getting divorced. It's like people don't want to believe that we're happy. And while the 28-year-old is no longer surprised by the constant criticism, she admitted that it never stops being difficult. She continued to say, you know, I used to try and act like it hurts less and less. And then she continued to say, you know, I've tried to think that you get used to it at a certain point, that this is what it's going to be, and you know, this is how people are just going to be. But I realized that it doesn't actually ever hurt any less. Either way, you know, having your rep slam rumors and then go and post a video where you're rapping about flying high, I don't know, it just doesn't look good to me, and it does indeed fuel the rumors. Justin Bieber's reckless driving has been caught on camera. Back in 2014, he was charged with drunken driving, resisting arrest, and driving without a valid license after police saw the pop star street racing in Miami Beach. Bieber asked the police officer who pulled him over just after 4 a.m. according to the arrest report, "What the F did I do? Why did you stop me?" Bieber was released from a Miami jail an hour after he made a brief appearance through a video link before a Miami judge who set a standard $2,500 bond. He strutted out of the jail dressed in all black with a baggy hoodie covering his head. His pants appeared to be baggy leather. Now, Bieber briefly sat on top of a black Cadillac Escalade where he waved to screaming fans before he was chauffeured away. Now, at the bail hearing, the singer, dressed in an orange jail uniform, stood silently with his lips sometimes pursed as attorney Roy Black represented him in the hearing earlier. Black actually told Judge Joseph Farina that he had been retained by Bieber's manager. He said his partner had been denied access to Bieber in jail before the hearing. Bieber was booked into the Miami jail after failing a sobriety test, and Miami Beach Police Chief Raymond Martinez told reporters Bieber made some statements that he had consumed some alcohol and that he had been smoking something and consumed some sort of prescription medication. And Miami Beach officers saw Bieber driving a yellow Lamborghini in a race against a red Ferrari in a residential area of Miami Beach. Now, the cars were speeding at about 55 to 60 miles per hour in a 30 miles per hour zone. Now, Martinez also said, you know, the officer pulled Bieber's car over, but the singer was not cooperating with the officer's instructions. At first, he was a little belligerent, using some very choice words, questioning why he was being stopped and why the officer was even questioning him. He allegedly ignored a police officer's request to keep his hands on the car while he did, you know, a cursory pat down for weapons. Now, the arresting officer quoted Bieber as saying, "I ain't got no bleeping weapons. Why do you have to search me? What the bleep is this about?" The arrest report describes Bieber as having a very flushed face, bloodshot eyes, and the odor of alcohol on his breath. Now, Bieber failed the sobriety test, of course, and two black SUVs blocked the traffic at 26 and Pine Tree Drive, which facilitated an open road for the two cars to actually race on that street. That's what the report said. The Ferrari's driver, identified at the time as 19-year-old Def Jam recording artist Khalil Sharif, was also arrested on a drunken driving charge. Now, Sharif posted a video on his Instagram account of Bieber in the yellow Lamborghini with a woman behind the wheel, and he wrote in the caption, "You know Bizzle brought that Lambo out." Another post actually showed a photo of a Ferrari steering wheel with the caption, "Miami Nights riding through your city in the Hot Wheel." A tweet posted Wednesday evening on Sharif's verified Twitter account also linked a video of him playing basketball with Bieber. So there was a lot of evidence there. Starting off at the time, Justin Bieber was accused of yelling at Hailey in front of the paparazzo. A video showing Justin Bieber talking passionately at his wife Hailey during a trip to Las Vegas went viral on TikTok. In the video, the couple can be seen walking through a hotel with Justin throwing his hands in the air and kind of inaudibly yelling at Hailey while surrounded by their entourage. Now, while the video in question has now been taken down on TikTok, it swiftly amassed over 1 million views and is still making the rounds on Twitter. Initially, many fans assumed from Justin's body language that he was aggressively shouting at Hailey and tweeted in support of her. One person questioned why Justin was yelling at Hailey like she's a child in public, while another person said that, you know, to casual viewers of the video, it appeared he was angry and yelling. However, a series of people who claim to have witnessed the event have suggested that Justin wasn't yelling at Hailey, but was simply just hyped up from his performance. One alleged bystander said, "He was not yelling, and we were there to witness what went down. He was all adrenaline. It doesn't matter, you know, how it appears to you. Don't spread false information on someone, especially when you acknowledge, you know, what it appears to just be you thinking that." Now, that's defamation of character. One person shared a video of Justin's performance to show his nature on stage, tweeting, "I took this of Justin right before that video was taken. He was on straight adrenaline from performing. He wasn't mad at Hailey and he wasn't yelling at her. I hate how he's always painted as the bad guy when he's the furthest thing from it." Many pointed out that the couple were holding hands in the video, suggesting that they weren't arguing at all. And the couple appeared to be happily reflecting on their weekend shortly after arriving home from the trip when Justin posted a Vegas show recap on Instagram, which Hailey swiftly reshared with the caption, "Best weekend ever." Justin Bieber reaches his absolute breaking point with paparazzi in Palm Springs ahead of Coachella. Now, Justin Bieber went on a wild, unprovoked tirade against the paparazzi while heading into a coffee shop with friends. In a video that went absolutely viral recently, the singer, who was in Palm Springs, California ahead of weekend one of Coachella, immediately covered his face when he noticed photographers with their cameras and phones recording him. One photographer said to Bieber, "Good morning," to which Justin replied, "No, not good morning. You already know. Why are you here?" The pop star then walked over to the Paps and told them that they just want money. He said, "Money, money, 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 money." He repeated that while making, the pay me gesture with his fingers. He said, "Get out of here, bro. Money, that's all you guys want. You don't care about human beings." So he shouted that while covering, a man's phone from recording him. He then told them all to leave, but not before saying, "That's all you guys care about. It's money. You don't care about people, only money. You don't care about human beings at all." As the photographers backed up from the coffee shop, he then turned around and walked into the eatery with his friends. Hailey Bieber got really mad when she was mistaken for Gigi Hadid while out with Kendall Jenner at Fred Segal. Now, in the video clip that has circulated online everywhere basically, you can see the paparazzi standing outside watching as Kendall Jenner and Hailey Bieber walk towards what appears to be Kendall's car. Kendall is seen walking towards the car a few steps ahead of Hailey, and one paparazzo asked, "Gigi, who is your new boyfriend after Joe Jonas?" To which Hailey very embarrassing says something like, "I'm not Gigi." Another brave and bold paparazzi person said, "Hailey, are you upset that Justin Bieber is back with Selena?" To which Hailey just shakes her head. The funniest part about all of this though is that after Hailey says she's not Gigi, the same paparazzo says, "Bella?" like as in her sister. This hilarious moment caught on camera is a true testament to the things people have said all along. No one really knew who Hailey was until she literally became Justin Bieber's wife. Justin Bieber accused paparazzi of shooting upskirt shots of Hailey. Now, Justin Bieber publicly confronted paparazzi for allegedly taking upskirt photos of his wife, Hailey Baldwin, during a night out in West Hollywood. The couple went out to the Nice Guy restaurant and lounge in West Hollywood. Later, while exiting the club and entering a private bus, paparazzi swarmed the couple, quickly snapping photos, much to Justin's dismay. Now, after they entered and the doors started closing, the singer turned around, opened the doors, and confronted the photographers. Bieber expressed his concern and felt the photographers were intentionally trying to embarrass Hailey. Calm but a bit annoyed, he asked, "Are you guys shooting underneath her skirt?" The photographers rushed to their defense saying, "Oh my God, please, Justin," said one of them. Another one asked, "Why would someone shoot under her skirt?" Justin replied, "That's the question, right?" Well, one photographer basically wondered, "Why would we do that?" Another one said, "Come on, bro, look at the videos. Hey, bro, I hope you have a good night, man. Bro, no one would do that, brother." A source involved in the incident said that no one was trying to get any up the skirt photos. The insider noted that while photographers had to go underneath a curtain barrier set up on the sidewalk to get any shots of the couple, there was no intention of an underskirt shot. He felt the photographers were intentionally trying to just embarrass her, and he actually found that their behavior was quite disrespectful and invasive, especially for women. Justin Bieber slammed the car door in his wife's face while arriving at Zinc Cafe. A couple that works out issues together stays together, but that doesn't seem to be the case for Justin and Hailey Bieber. This is evident in a clip where Justin seems to slam the car door right in Hailey's face. Now, in this clip, Justin really appears to be in his own world and operates almost as if Hailey doesn't exist. When Justin gets out of the car, he slams the door in Hailey's face and walks aggressively forward with his head tilted downward and his lips pursed shut. Now, a body language expert spoke on this incident and said his body language communicates anger and unhappiness and appears as if he's so consumed by his emotions that he doesn't even realize Hailey is behind him when he slams the door on her. Hailey, on the other hand, tried to play it cool, seemingly aware that all eyes were on them. It's as if, she wasn't fazed at all, but according to the expert, this might just mean she's used to brushing off this kind of behavior. The expert said, interestingly, Hailey exits the car in a relaxed manner with a calm face, her body language indicating that she's not surprised by his behavior and perhaps is used to it. Now, based on the couple's body language in this clip, it's possible that when Justin is feeling emotional, he unintentionally ignores Hailey or keeps her at a distance. Honestly, I have secondhand embarrassment for her. Justin Bieber snapped at fans who were camped outside his home. When he approached the fans, he abruptly said, "This is not a hotel, guys, it's my home." He later posted on Instagram saying, "How do you convince yourself it's not completely inappropriate and disrespectful respectful to wait outside my home to gawk, stare, and take pictures as I walk into my apartment. Now the question, which featured no additional information or context at all, it was followed by a pic basically commemorating his Billboard Music Award win for 10,000 Hours with Dan and Shay, which, you know, picked up top country song. Bieber does actually have reason though to be paranoid about people kind of loitering outside the homes that he shares with Hailey, because he's had a number of individuals make their way onto his property in the recent years. Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin get into a heated argument at hot yoga. Now Justin Bieber and Hailey got very testy with each other when they went to hot yoga. Perhaps the 100-degree temperature got to them, maybe. Justin appeared to be upset as the couple left the yoga studio. Hailey was hiding her face, perhaps to shield from showing tears. Now Hailey was wearing a really cute neon yellow ensemble, biker shorts, and a sports bra. Now the couple left the Beverly Hills studio in their Lamborghini SUV to head home. Later that evening, Justin went for a late night ride on his motorcycle to clear his head after the fight. Justin Bieber ditched Hailey on a skateboard and she fell trying to catch up with him in Times Square. A few years back when they were in New York, they were leaving a venue at Times Square when Justin got escorted through a barricade to leave the huge crowd surrounding them. He actually crawled through the small space to go onto the street and then quickly hopped on his skateboard and just kind of skated off. Either he forgot Hailey was behind him or he just didn't care, because Hailey then rushed to go catch up to him. She also crawled through that tiny space, but she started tripping on herself and tripped on her way out and ended up falling down completely. You can hear someone in the background saying, "Hailey, oh, don't fall." And then, of course, she fell. She did embarrassingly quickly get back up on her feet and she began to literally run after him. People online couldn't stop watching the video footage of it and took to social media to say that Justin could honestly just care less about her, and just how embarrassing it is for Hailey to literally be chasing him around all over the city like that. It still kind of lives rent-free in our minds. It probably does in hers too.